Most traders know the patterns. Breakouts, gap fills, bounces off the 9 EMA. And yet, most still fail, not from a lack of knowledge. They fail because they're trading without context. Would you drive blindfolded on the freeway? That's what it's like trading without understanding market structure. Are we trending, consolidating, or reversing? Which setups fit today's environment? What levels truly matter and which are just noise? Market context answers all of that. That's why every morning I post a clear market context and game plan. It's the same blueprint I use before every trade. You'll know if we're in expansion or contraction mode, when to trust the open or fade it, whether a gap will run or reverse, where traders are trapped and where price is likely to react. With context, you're not chasing, you're executing. If you want to trade with clarity and conviction, read the daily game plan by 9 a.m. EST on Substack. Join us live on Discord and YouTube. It's not about seeing more setups. It's about knowing which ones matter before the bell rings.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you guys doing? Oh, what a day, man! What a day. Yesterday we had a fabulous day. We went long in the first half. Then we tried another long attempt here, and then it sold off all the way to the retesting the lows, and then moved back up. And now after the Google result came in, look at the market. Market just keep ripping. You know, almost at the same spot what is one the yesterday at the beginning of the session. So we'll see that what market does today. Does it market comes in right now? It seems to me that ES wants to come down, NQ still holding it, but definitely market is making lower highs here. Market is really making a lower highs here. We need to see what market does. Right now we have almost. It seems to me that there is a 420 order which just taken down. Now this order could be on the 400 level, 415 level. There might be a chance that it's gonna pull back down as well. Give me 1 second, guys. Good morning, Vivek. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. How are
I
you?
think look at the way the market has come back down.
Yeah, 8:30 news, right?
Yeah, I mean it's just I think just a little reversal, but if you look at it, the way the market has moved, that's you know we I think it's exactly the same spot what was the yesterday. If you
Yeah,
if you see that,
it
I
closed.
mean
Yeah, it closed.
yesterday in the pre-market it was just selling off, selling off, selling off. Then first hour when we went long, market was just ripping on the upside, And then once we are finishing the session, it started selling off. It sell off all the way to the lows, and then we saw another rip, and then the market never, saw back. Is just keep ripping. So now the question is that what market is going to do today. I think that this is likely be the pullback. It's likely going to be the pullback day. I really do not want that much pullback today in the pre-market, because if this pre-market going to be the pullback today, then it's just going to be the range day, which is basically a little more difficult to trade than if the market holds here on the upside, and then we can trade. Look at the way it's selling off. I think that we should find a way to trade that. I'm gonna see that what it does. This is a really nice move, but we are very close to the VWAP and the yesterday night, high. Just what we need to be cognizant is that there was no data at 8:30, right?
No, there's no data.
Right.
Yes.
So this sell-off, it may seems to you that, oh, is it 8:30 any news related, but essentially it's not news related.
Yeah.
So, it could easily bounce back. It's just been a manipulation, kind of a smaller move, not as expected as yesterday, the clean move on the downside. But definitely, because if you look at it, let me just bring my chart here so if you guys can see. So if you look at it here on the 60-minute chart, you can see here, this is the low we made it, and then the market didn't have any pullback. So this is a very small pullback, after hours, and then there was there's no sell-off at all. So what essentially market did is basically it is exactly at the same spot at the 3 a.m. yesterday, basically. Right, and it just really means that again the same level will be played, which is that can the market, go lower and break 23,400. That's exactly the level which was broke yesterday, and what we need to see now that can we break again today, and if we can, then we again going to be this area has to be in play. So see here, look at this bounce. As I mentioned that this could be the VWAP bounce, and we saw the VWAP bounce here. But definitely, I do not even trust the bounces here, and I don't even trust the short side. So I wanted to see a better price action right now in the range. So if you look at the 60-minute, you can clearly see that we are inside candle of the last 5 candles. So last 4 or 5 hours be in the same range between 23,400 to 23,440. So I do not trust that candle. And Vivek, you were talking yesterday about it that you wanted to discuss in today's strategy class, that how would you decide where you want to go long, where you want to go short, what would be the best way to identify your trade ideas so we can have this execution. So as I mentioned, so we have our book. In that book, I have written all the strategies which I take, but in today's strategy class, I will start the series from today, where we go one by one. Each class, I'm going to discuss one of my strategies, and that will give you the confidence. So those who are new to our platform, they are not yet taking our classes. They like our style. They want to be part of it. You can see the code on the top right, and every Wednesday I take the live classes. You can come and join, and you can also join our Discord, where on the YouTube you can type the comments, but on our community channel you can have the voice access, and you can ask the questions directly over the microphone. It's going to be much easier for you to ask the questions. So if you are struggling, and yesterday in the morning if you're trying to short, and in afternoon you're trying to go long, and then late afternoon you're trying to go short. It just really means that you're losing the context. Yesterday we take three trades on the first hour when the market was trending up. All three out of, I think, two were green, one was small red, and all of our trades are log, guys. All of our trades are log. There is not even a single trade which we don't log it. Okay, all the trades which we take between 9:30, during the market session, we log all of our trades so that you can see performances and you can learn from it. If you wanted to see, okay, why Sean did enter here, why he didn't enter. So you can always go back and look at the entries, and I can share you the log again. So here you go. This is a log. I'm posting the link here. Is on our website as well, and you can go and check those logs as well. So we have a sniper mentality. We don't like to trade whole day. We take one, two, three, whatever we find the good trades, and we just did it. Yesterday we had four trades. First trade we had a 45 points move. Second trade we have 40 points move, and I can bring it here if you would like want to see here on the screen. Let me just bring it here. Um, So if you see here on the September 2nd, just like you get September 1st, Labor Day, we just only had a one trade. We took 35 points trade. September 2nd, we have four trades. First trade, we took 45 points. Second trade, 40 points. Third trade is a losing trade, 25 points. And fourth trade, we made a profit of 25 points. So we yesterday only we had made over 85 points in a move, and which is really good. If you multiply, 18 to 20 is going to be even one contract. If you take one NQ, 20 points is almost the $1,600 move yesterday we got it. So what do you say, Vivek?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that'll be amazing. And we definitely log all our trades. And even if we miss something, um, definitely our YouTube members can remind us so that we can log back, right? Like, because sometimes we we are human too, and we can miss something, so you guys can remind us, right? And that's the mantra that we do. We want to be super transparent, and we don't want to be and we do everything like you can go back to the stream, and we can you can view that whatever we say we do. And I think Sean calls every trade beforehand, like at least 2 3 minutes before. And then I mean, sometimes it's not possible, but most of the time he calls out much before the trade happens. And he may or may not enter depending upon the last minute, last second. So if you enter in anticipation that what he said 1 minute back, if you enter and he doesn't enter, then that's on you, because he will again call it that he entered. And that's where I think the difference comes between YouTube and Discord, that YouTube has some delays and Discord doesn't. So he may call something 1 minute back. Okay, I'll enter here, but then the market changes every second, right? So he may not enter, and then
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
might.
it's a very good point. Very good point, Vivek. Very excellent point. So see how we trade. I think that's a really good point. So how we trade. So my way of trading is that I do not like to jump on the trade in a way that if candle is moving upside, I'm not going to go and jump on that candle. What I would do, I would look for the market structure, and I'm trying to find low risk entries there. So since I'm looking for the low risk entries, therefore I call it out. Okay, you know what? I'm looking at this price level, and I wanted to see what price does there. And if I find the area of interest there, then I can go along here. So that's the way I plan the trades. I do not just jump on green candle long or red candle short. I basically find the areas within those areas which I felt like, based on the volume analysis, based on the book map, based on the chart structure, I see, okay, what, this is something where be the interested to see that where if this market go above that level, that's mean that there's a strong buyer there which just wanted to lift the price. So then we're going to go long. And if I see if the price is coming down from this level, that's just really mean that market is control of bears, shorts are in power. So we rather go for shorts. So that's the way I plan the trade. So that's why I call it out in advance. What key prices level I'm looking at it, but then before executing it, I just say that I entered, or I will enter now. So that's basically what Vivek is referring to for you guys. Guys, I really appreciate if you give a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate if you're enjoying our stream, give a thumbs up. So right now, I'm really see that there's a lot of weakness coming in. People is trying to take the profit the way those traders who went long yesterday. It could be after 2 o'clock, after 12 o'clock, but seems like there's slowly pressures building up on the sell side. Every time it's trying to move back up. So if you look at the chart, and I will show you here, if you look at the chart here on the 2 minute, you can see here every time NQ try to make the new high, it sell off, make the new high, sell off. Try to attempt, but still, still in very much in the range. But definitely we see some pressure going on between the buyer and seller right now. So there's no more uptrending, at least in the short time period, and it's also not downtrending, but it clearly has lost the momentum which started yesterday, right? So definitely at this point, I'm not wanted to short here. I'm not going to go long here, right? Either I wanted to short here, just going to confirm to me that the market wanted to short, or if I wanted to go long, I wanted to go long here to get me the confirmation that all of these sellers are now overwhelmed with the buyer's interest, right? So as far as this seller, so just gonna mark it here. So this seller, this seller, this seller are in control. I'm not shorting it. As far as this buyer, this buyer, this buyer is in control, I'm not going long. Do you see that? That's the way you need to look at the chart. So we have a range building between 445 to 400. So it is a 45-point range right now.
So Sean,
45-point range.
Sean, we can no one can see which instrument you're because there's nothing in the background, right? So maybe
Is NQ? We are looking at the NQ. Let me
yeah.
just remove this strategy class link so you can see it. So this is NQ, and you can clearly see that right now it is in the 45-point range, right? Seller, 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 buyer, buyer, buyer. Price is just moving between those ranges. So ideally, you should not be trading here. You should not be trading here. You should not be trading here. The only trade I see is above this or below this here. So if it's still within this range, then let it be. Let the market, let the novice traders, new traders, burn their capital by going long and short. And once market is going to be ready, then we're going to trade.
And so I see one thing, and I want your opinion on that. Of course,
Yeah,
you already referred to that, but I want people to revisit that. That
sure.
yesterday the red candle, like whatever width it was for in the daily chart, right? The whole red candle today it is totally like the green has taken over. Like it is almost covered the whole gap, right?
Yeah,
We are in that situation that what we started yesterday selling off, of course, if you 234 450 something like that, right? Because we were
yeah,
mentioning that number that okay, this is holding, and it went red all the way to like 23 300 or something like that.
right.
Now it is all the way back to the same level. So there's no change between yesterday and today at starting point, correct?
Exactly. Yeah,
So that means that's what I think you're mentioning, that it's at a point that you don't want to do anything right now, right? Unless it makes a move.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good way of looking at it. I'll show you one more way of looking at it. But before we do that, if you're gonna give me thumbs up, I'm gonna explain more on these charts. If no thumbs up, no explanation. How about this, guys? I want you guys to give a thumbs up so we can share more insight with you and you can learn. If no thumbs up, no more sharing of knowledge. All right, I wanted to see some thumbs up, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, come on.
One second, I have to take a call, okay?
Sure. Right. While the Vivek is coming back, come on, guys, give us the thumbs up, and then we're gonna share more insight about the chart and how you should be reading it. Come on, guys. Thank you, Topi. I'm gonna give you share you some more insight. Just give it a few minutes once Vivek is back, and meantime, I'm gonna get some likes. I really appreciate, guys, if you give a thumbs up. It will help us to move forward and reach out to the more traders.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, guys. So let me show you one more chart. See, so look at this chart, okay? And let me just go into this time frame. Let me just do this chart. In fact, let's go here. Okay,
So we're
now
not
look at.
seeing the chart. We're not seeing the chart. We're seeing the book map.
All right, so let me just bring the book map here with you guys. Okay, now look at the book. Now look at my chart. Do you see the chart? Okay. So look at this. What happened yesterday? Yesterday, let's go back to the August 28th, right? There's a gap created between the August 28 and 29, right? Remember August 28th, 7th, we had a big upside move day, and then subsequent day we start selling off, right? Then another gap down day happened into the yesterday, September 2nd, right? And we basically went back and retested the August 20th downside move. And then right now we moved and we closed the gap after hours, which is created on November 2nd. But right now we are still below the September month opening day, right? This is the Sunday evening, basically. If you remember, we had the one upside trade day. This was the first day of the, I think, last day of August 29th. We have a first sell off and then consolidation, right? So right now, price is below 23,425, right? Right now it is close to 23,425. So what I'm just trying to explain to you there, that only uptrend is going to resume if we're going to above this 520 level. If we cannot go above this, short term is a downside move. So now we are very close to this area. It's the same area where we have created the top on August 29th, right? So that's what I'm saying, that I don't know whether it's going to move up here or it's going to come back down. What I was saying to you, that once it is going to come back down here, again, like yesterday, then we look for the short again. And if we move back up, we should go long. But if we stay within this range, this likely be a one good trade maybe. if you can find it, but not to expect too much because this is the chop area, which is no man's land. We don't know what is going to do. Suddenly, price dropping, move back suddenly, then drop again. Uh, there's no rationale behind those price moves.
Can you show your? Can you show that? I think the instrument name is very transparent. It should
Let me
show.
see. So that's always remember that you always look for the price. So if it's 23,400 is always NQ and 6,400 ES. I'm gonna try to bring the phone back. It's basically, I think what I do not save that setting, so that's why it just disappear. Let me just bring that clearly so we can see again. But always remember, always identify with the price.
Yeah, the price is very small, right? Because
Yeah, I'll do that now.
you can see. On the book map, it's big, but on the charts, it's small, so you can't see that.
That's better, right?
Now, you have to show the charts now. You're showing book. This is how it should show. I think you should save it before you forget, so that
Okay. Yeah,
every day.
I'm missing that. So if I just show you here again, that's what I was saying to you guys. This is NQ chart, and if you look at it, the gap created here, the gap created here. We filled that gap yesterday, but in after hours we filled it, not during the market hours. Right now we are just within this area of consolidation. The question is that if we fill this area, we can see another downside move, right? And if we break out, we're gonna see a move up. But as far as we are below this area, I would consider the trend downside trend overall.
But it's amazing how the whole market like recovered overnight just because once Google had a very good news, right? Yesterday night.
Exactly, yeah. And the time will tell whether it's a dead cat bounce or it's a real bounce. It seems to me that maybe a dead cat bounce, but we'll see. Because this market is really strong. So, guys, if you are interested in today's strategy class, please come and join us. I'm going to share, you know, my trading strategies. I have a book which I've written all my strategies there. But we were asking that we should have the video sessions of each strategy. So I'm going to start the series every Wednesday. I'm going to discuss one of my strategy in detail for an hour-long session. If you're interested in learning, you like my style, check back the past streams, and you can join this strategy class by just paying $150 per month, and you can cancel anytime. You will have access to the past recording sessions. So it's just a matter of for you to take the first step towards learning. If you're really interested, there's nothing, not a big number for you guys not to afford. It's just even the less than the any valuation account.
And also, I think we should mention that when you take trades, or sorry, I had to sneeze. So when you take trades, you don't take like huge numbers of contracts either, like just like regular people who are staking their own money, right?
Mm,
When you go on YouTube, people say 10 contracts, 5 contracts, 15 contracts. That is not normal because that's like those are all, I think, mostly valuation accounts. But ours is real money. So if we take 10 contracts, then we lose money very quickly too. So we don't do that, right? We limit our sizes also, and so that the risk is less and the reward is more. Because there's always a chance of losing, right? So we don't risk a lot either.
exactly. Yes. Yeah, because I've seen yesterday, you know, yesterday a trader who has flipped the trades 4 times during this time period after 10 o'clock move. And I don't want to name, he's one of the best YouTuber, is one of the most famous one on the futures. And if you look at it here, on this chart, basically, he's basically been at least 4 to 5 trade, shorting here, going long here, shorting here, going long here. I'm gonna bring my chart back here so you can see.
Yeah, you're showing bookmap right now.
Let me just bring my chart here. So here, so on this chop area, on this chop, basically the trades he's taking short here, long here, short here, long here, and every time starting with the uh, 40, then 80 contracts, then 120, then 220, 320 contracts. It's not possible, right? So you guys need to understand, entertainment versus the real trading.
And I don't even think that it might be his account may not even be a evaluation account or a prop account, because even prop accounts, if you lose so much money, you lose the account every day. So he might be just doing sim, total sim.
I mean, he may be evaluation because is a very big affiliate, so he might get the free account, something like that.
Oh, okay.
It might be
Yeah, I
just to
think he.
just to promote the products,
Mhm.
because who's going to pay those evaluation fees? You're right.
Yeah.
So definitely, market is a little weaker at this point, as I said that, but it's still in the range area. So we don't know what market wants to do next here. We need to wait for the market to decide.
At least yes, today the market is a little bit calmer compared to yesterday, right? So that's a good thing. It's not jumping up around like 50 points up and down.
Yeah, I think it's within the is a range, basically range bound at this point.
Yeah.
But this range is really crucial because if this range fails, then that will give us the trade.
I mean, it's above VWAP. It's above on the 30-minute. It's above all the moving averages. It's on an uptrend right now, kind of, right?
Exactly. So for me, today's bias is towards the downside. As far as as far as the uh, it doesn't go over 500, and 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 downside if it's come on below 400. but within this range is just too hard to trade because the way it is moving, it's really hard to understand what's wanted to do. It's really, if you look at the divergences already started creating it between the ES and NQ. ES right now is holding the VWAP barely, right? Very close to the VWAP, only 2 points up from the VWAP, whereas the NQ is way up, right? So the divergence is already created. And when divergence is created, you know, right, it's really hard to trade. I feel like a lot of people have lost their account yesterday because yesterday we had over 50 people online. Today we only have 10 people. So it seems to me that because the Monday is always the day, the first day of trading of the week, always have a lot of people. They churn their accounts in one day, and I see the you know less number of individuals on the following days. And
Yeah, yesterday a lot of people must have lost their evaluation accounts also because uh, even if you take one contract or something like that, you lose like 2,500, or if it is a $50,000 account or $100,000 account, you lose it very quickly
yeah,
because
yeah,
if it goes
because yesterday was a high volatile day. If you've not managed the risk, just entered or average down, it's just going to be hard for you to come back.
because they have trailing drawdown, right?
Yeah.
So if you go up 2,500 or 3 to 5,000, whatever is the in drawdown limit, if you go up 5,000 and then you go down 5,000, even if you're above your starting point, you got done
And
because
also, it's difficult. Humanly, it's not possible that to change your direction of your mind a couple of times in a single day.
yeah,
So if you look at it yesterday, pre-market was complete down day, down, right? There's no pullback from 7 o'clock to 9:30.
yeah,
Then 9:30 to 10:30 straight up, no pullbacks.
yeah,
Then 10:30 to 12, no pullback, straight down,
hmm,
right? Then from 12 to, to 4 o'clock, straight up, no pullback.
yeah,
So humanly, it's not possible. If you're trading the whole day, it's humanly it's not possible for you to change your biases very quickly. And what happened that when these days kind of days comes in, you stuck of your biases of the previous trend, not the current trend. So, for instance, market opens, you might trying to go short because the pre-market was downside move. Then when market opens, first hour was upside, so you're looking for a pullback to go back long, but market was coming down there, right?
yeah,
And then suddenly market starting moving back up again. So it's really hard as a human. As a human, it's not possible to change your direction and your mindset so quickly. Market can do that, but as a human, you can't. You need to understand. That's why we say you plan your trade, just trade first hour and go. Why? Because that even if the changes, the market changes the direction, you do not need to deal with that change. You need to. You already exhausted because of your morning trading, and so you step back from that move. But if you're going to keep watching the screen, you're going to keep the mistake because for human it's not possible to change these biases every 2 3 hours. Morning triple OG, morning Taylor, morning Heat.
Even ES is going up now.
Hmm?
Even ES is going up now. Like,
So it's holding, ES is really nicely holding the VWAP,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Uh,
It's not showing weakness either.
but let's see what markets, when market's going to open, what it does. Because it's highly possible that market just reverse the direction because it has the resistance.
Yeah, it's at R3. I mean, at least NQ is at R3.
But definitely hard to say. Right now, I don't see any trade at this point. I think there's a high possibility that market going to retest uh, yesterday high before moving back up. We will just cover to me. I will be back. I'm going to go use the restroom.
Okay. Yeah, no one has any questions right now. Yeah, while we're waiting for Sean, if you guys have any questions, please post on YouTube so that we can answer. I do not have any new information. The market is in the same range. I see that ES has breached 6450, so definitely it's a good 6450 is a good level to breach. I see it as an uptrend. And I see Bookmap also has a lot of orders on NQ at the top side. And it has already breached R3 quite a bit. And it is above the previous day high right now. But 9:30 can change anything, everything. So market reversed a little bit from the previous day high, and it is retesting R3 NQ. Yeah, we don't trade a lot pre-market. We're just observing, so no trades really, and we don't want the new traders to be trading pre-market either. We don't recommend, rather, I should say. It's just up and down.
already. Sorry about it, Vivek. Any update during the time I was away? Any question,
Uh,
guys?
yeah, no one is asking any questions. I was just telling my commentary that the market is, I mean, it has breached our previous day high and it is close to the pre-market high now. NQ.
Exactly. Yeah. 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 And as I said, guys, that today market is in the range, and if you look at it, the range is basically created close to after 3 p.m., 3 a.m. in the morning is within the same range. The NQ range has just started to break out. ES is still in the range. Um, and there are a lot of if you look at it as I explained to you, there's exactly the same range which was created on August 29th, where a lot of consolidation happened before selling off. So right now it is here. If we are able to break out this range, there is a high likelihood that that we're going to see again the momentum on the upside retesting of 550. But if we fail here, then we're going to go back to the lower range, which is the yesterday high, which is close to 23,300. So question is that, I mean, I'm not buying the breakout for sure. My first instinct would be to see that if I see the failure, I look for the shorts. Um, and but if it's hold the 423 430, which is the consolidation happening in the last few hours, if it able to hold 23 430, 23 400 in NQ, then I'm going to look for the long. But if it fails this area, then I look for the short. So far it's bouncing. ES is very close to the 6447. ES has to go over 6450 in order for me to consider going long. If ES go above 6450 and NQ side moving back up as well, I'll look for the long setups. But if any one of them is not moving in the direction I wanted, then I'll look for short.
So 64 450.
Yeah, 6450. Yeah.
So it's above that right now.
Right now 51, so basically the key level is 6454, but just giving the whole number 6450, but actual key level is 6454 or 55 if you want to say. But if it's not moving above this level, then I'm not looking long.
Yeah. It's R3 and there's R3 also at 64.57.
Yeah, and the 6454 is important because it is the August 29th low. So if it's not going above August 9th low, then I'm not looking at the long side. But NQ is already above August 29th low. August 29th low was 23 400, 23 398, something like that. So it's almost 50 points above. So again, sell off coming in. So on the Discord, you guys can hear me? Any question, guys? Guys, before we start the trading, 5 minutes are remaining. If you have any question, you can ask, and please give a thumbs up. A lot of people are online, but I'm not sure why we need to remind you guys for the thumbs up. Come on, guys. If you like to enjoy a good trading, come on, give us a thumbs up. I didn't get the question. What does it mean? Why are you so a good trader? What does it really mean?
He's a good trader because he lost a lot of money before, and he learned all the lessons that he remembers all the lessons. That's a good answer,
Yeah.
right? So everyone has to lose first and learn from that. If you don't learn, if you still click like sometimes I do, up and down, then yeah, you're not a good trader. You got to learn from your mistakes and don't repeat those. It's a large for to a large extent it's psychology too. Even if you see all the patterns and the market doesn't listen to you, then you have to really adapt to it
I
very
think it's all
quickly.
about psychology. So you
Yeah,
will only make money if you have the control on you. You know what I mean? And it's really hard. I mean, it's not easy to, you know, have a control on yourself. You can easily get tilt. Um, you easily get FOMO. You easily get greedy. You easily can oversize. You can easily revenge. These are all easy things. These are all easy things. You know what I mean? You try to short 3 times, the NQ just moving up, and suddenly you stop out and then start coming back down. You chase again, then you move back up again, right? So that's why it's hard. It's really hard. It's not easy at all, and yeah, I mean it's really hard. It's not easy. Morning, Joshi. All right, so we're getting a sell-off now in the market. 1 minute remaining is selling off now. We were trying to find the area where we can show from last few minutes. We were thinking about can we go long? I was saying it's a weakness. So right now we are rejecting again this area. So we'll see. We'll see. Right now, this is the again the drop where market came back again within the 23,400 area before the market opens. So as for all right, good luck, guys. This is not a financial advice. Trading is risky. Please, you know, take the risk you can lose. Don't try to over risk. All right. So first move is up. First move is up. Let's see what it does here. Okay, he is trying to break 64.51. Okay, NQ rejected 23,430. NQ has rejected that area, going towards the VWAP. Let's see. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen next here. Okay, it's coming back down with a strong move. Oh man, I don't want this to sell off without me. Come on. Okay, it's held the 23,400. Buyer still there. Come on, come on, come on! It's just one go. It's going towards one, two candles is in its retesting pre-market low. So I wish I would have showed it in the pre-market. But this is a good bounce. Let's see what it does. Are we going to get something to short here? Or this is the sell-off we wanted to expect and then market is now bouncing? I'm not doing anything right now. ES is holding the VWAP. NQ still above 23,400.
Seems like ES is stronger than
This is
NQ.
always the case,
It's
right?
above 50.
All right, so NQ is
Yeah.
trying to hold 23,400. Let's see what it does. I don't see any trade at this point. It might gonna bounce back. So I think the two areas are interest for me. One is the under 23,390, where I'll start looking for the short if it's failed. And if it's going to break out over 23,420, I look for the long side setup. So right now we're in the middle of the range. So it seems like we are failing here. Let's see what it does. ES is still below 23,6455. ES still the downside. And Q still trying to hold 6,400. All right, there's a 20-point risk here. I'm gonna go long over 64.16, the 10-point risk. Okay, I might take the first loss. I'm stop out here. Is rejected. I went
What
long
did you do? Sorry?
64.16, but then it's rejected. I immediately stopped out. 23.416, sorry.
64.16. What is, oh,
It's just take me in and then just stop out. So took the 15-point stop loss here. Okay, so if it fails here, I'm gonna look for the short side setup under 23.90, 23.390. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, I'm short. Still struggling to break down under the lows. At the opening range right now. Okay, trail the stop order. It's holding the pre-market low. I'm closing it right now. It's holding the pre-market low. Just a small, didn't get any profit yet, but I stopped out in a sense the break even or maybe 5 points profit. I'm just gonna wait. I think that it's holding the pre-market low and then ES is not participating. So we still have a one losing trade. I'm gonna watch to see if we can find a better trade here. See here, that's why I basically stopped out immediately because there's a pre-market low there around 23,370 and it's respecting that at this point. Basically, the problem is created by the ES. ES is not really um, participating in that move. But I do not even trust the NQ for the long side. It is below the VWAP. But it can go back and retest 23,420.
yeah, Google is testing all time. It is all time high. It is 7%
Yeah,
up.
and and Google
And
has been on this level by so many days now, right? So many years now. I mean,
no, actually not. It jumped
yeah,
$10
but but I'm saying
yesterday.
that the
And
this range, what is broke, it's broke maybe how many months from 2024? It was a 190, right, last year, and this is the first time it broke, and this is the first time we see any momentum in the Google. So Google has never had a momentum, but this was a very big news for the not only for the Google but also for Meta. what Meta is doing. Meta is also trying to bounce. For Meta is also very good news is because if antitrust is doing lenient approach for the Google, it's likely going to do the lenient approach for them as well.
And it's
Yeah,
good for Apple too, because Apple
exactly.
also had that going on.
I'm still watching the same area, which is 2390. If it failed this time with the ES, I think we're gonna find a downside move here. Okay, I'm short here. I'm taking the risk. It's coming down. E is also sold off, but then don't spike. Come on. Look at the spike. Come on. I'm giving a little bit room. I think it's coming downside. They wanted to come down. This was at almost the 15-point jump. I'm still holding this. Come on. Okay, it's coming down now. Come on. ES has to leave the VWAP. Basically, ES is not able to leave the VWAP. I'm giving a little bit of room here. I think that this coming down is just the trying to hold because of the ES. But this candle doesn't look good. I think it can easily spike further. I'm gonna give a little bit more room here. The way it is spiking, it's still downtrending. Still down. So I'm holding it. I'm red in a trade, almost more than almost 15 points. But I think it's downtrending. But this spikes. This basically bottoming tails on the both side of the NQ. Just increase the pressure on the both side. Say ES is coming down now. Okay, Okay, it might NQ going to fall very nicely now. Okay, I'm still holding it. See, look at the ES is failing now. It's already downtrending. It's just that the prior ES move brought the NQ a little bit up as well. But I'm not adding it, but it's really downtrending. So if E is going to fail here and NQ come back down under the lows, then I can add, but I'm not adding into the losing trade at this point because what if it reverse, right? So I'm not adding to the losing trade, but I'm holding the losing trade because it's just a spike because the overall trend is downtrend. Okay. All right, so it's coming down now. We are almost in the profit right now, very close to the profit. So if it's going to break 23 to 70, we can look for the short side move. If it's going to come 23 to 70, I'm going to add into my position. Still really, that's not a good move. It came back down again, retested, and again moving back up again. It's just too much congestion here. Basically the big leg came down in the first 2 minutes and now it's just consolidating. Okay, man, now it's just killing me. I don't like that move. Okay, you can see that it's spiking but it's not able to breach those levels, so it's downtrending but it's spiking. So that's why I'm holding. So if you look at it, it has just created the range. It's not breaking out from the range, so there's no real reason for us to go to stop out. The real stop is more than we expect, but the real stop is at 23,420 at this point. The given the spikes coming in, so you always have a chance. If you want to reduce, you can reduce your size. If you want to take the stop, you can take the stop. But I feel like it's downtrending. Look at the ES. It's going to come back down. It's just spiking, and it did nothing wrong with just spiking. So therefore, I'm holding it. It's still in the range. So I don't want to stop out within the range.
So where
So
did you
my
enter?
entry is 85, and I'm going to add under the 2370 if it's going to come 2370, 23 to 70. Okay, come on, pre-market low. It's important. Come on, important area. Again, holding it. See, ES is already came down. That's such a bizarre price action at this point. Okay, this is not good. This is not good because is engulfing 5 minutes. I think now we have to stop out if it's gonna spike over 23,416. That's really a bizarre move on the upside. Look at the bottoming tails here. I'm gonna risk a 23,416 is my stop loss. It's a little more than we expect normally, but I think look at the range. It's just the too much the range created here. holding the VWAP now, which is not good. Okay, if it's going to break out, I'm going to stop out here. 23,416 is my stop loss, hard stop loss. Okay, I'm stopped here. Very brutal stop loss. Look at this shit move. Oh, that's not a good trade. Really, look at this ugly move here. Um, that was a really ugly move. All right, I'm gonna wait to see what happened next. Maybe we're gonna find another trade. This was a big red day trade for me. So almost I took the loss from 80 to 16, which is more than I took 35-point risk almost. And the reason was is this: look at the range. It's not about holding the losing trade. It's just that if you look at it here, it was just created the big, you know, range, and there is no point of, you know, stopping out when the range is just so big. And ES NQ both break down, but then they both fail, basically, to continue. See what happening now. Again in the range, same range where we are stopped out. I'm not taking that range trade anymore. Look at the ES. ES is coming down now. Here you go. Look at this. Look at this sell off again. Now ES is the under the lows. I'm not in this trade right now. I think it's still in the range. Yeah, yeah. I think it's sideways. I'm not taking any trade. I'm gonna wait. I think it's coming down now. I think ES is breaking down under the lows. NQ is coming back down here as well. Okay, I think that this is it. We can short now here. I'm gonna go again the same 2390 area. Let's see, can it break under the lows? ES is already broke down under the lows. Let's see, do we have any orders under the lows? Let's see what it does.
Stay short again.
I'm going to go short under 23,380 if it's going to break that.
So you're not short yet. Right? Okay.
23,380, opening range. I'm going to go short under 23,380. There's also one order sitting at 23,880, 23,870. So 23,880 could be an important area. Okay, I'm short here. Come on, don't pull back. Come on. It's not able to break 20. I don't know what it's doing, man. It's just really crazy. Range is created here. There's no order sitting there. Uh, okay, let's see. $10. Okay, it's going in a direction. Not really. I think it's this very tired of sick of this trade. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out on this trade as well. I'm not taking any more trade, man. It's just a bizarre price action today. It's just the for 50 points, 70 points range created, just moving up and down in this range.
So what's your exit?
23 9 23 401. So 21 point stop loss here as well. I'm done for the day. Very two bad losses.
Yeah, whatever news it was, it jumped because of that.
I mean, there was some data, I guess, here, but if you look at this didn't do anything. Uh, 10 a.m. was a JOLT report. Dow is down, S&P is down. Only Nasdaq is moving up very, very strongly,
No, yes, jumped too. Yes, jumped.
and Dow is down.
Yeah.
But I still feel that they still in the range, the same range which we created after yesterday. So you can easily reject the old highs and just come back down. Definitely a tough day. Well, this is really move 450. Very strong move. Look at this move, 5 minutes. Those who are still short, I think they are done. Yeah, I mean, I still do not even trust that after. I still feel that the trend is down. It's just a spike going very strong. It might go retest the high and then come back down. Um, if you look at it, this is a very strong, as we expected in the morning as well, that this is going to be the chop zone area where market can fail easily. But it's just that given a lot of orders sitting there, it's just a little harder for the market to break. And you can clearly see the, you know, if you really want to see actual trend, you can see from the ES that, you know, ES is clearly wanting to come back down, and NQ is just keep holding it. NQ is also going to come back down, but it's just not coming down. So you know you can't force it. You know what I mean? You might just need to wait until the orders, which because I still see there is some order sitting at 480, and you know, but you can clearly see the trend in ES. ES is really weak. Maybe NQ might gonna retest 23.5 and 23.5, and NQ might want to test that before coming back down here.
Yeah, it broke R3 and it is close to
Yeah,
previously
there's
high.
I see
So
some orders sitting at 23.450. You know, can't reach 460 again. The There's a 460 pre-market high, retested, and again sell off. I think it's still that I still feel the trend is down. Look at the ES. ES is not able to even break the opening range. Let's see that, you know, who's going to win the ES or NQ is maybe, you never know. This trend may continue until the NQ retest 23,480, 23,500 area. See here and look at the ES. ES is really wanted to come back down. We might gonna get one more trade, but I want to see a clear clarity right now. Right now, market doesn't have a clarity. don't worry about those news. It doesn't really matter to us. Right now, the price action is choppy. That's what we need to remember. News important is only to the importance when it's triggering. See here, again, he is trying to come back down. NQ is failing again, but NQ just keep trying to hold that area again and again, again and again. Look at the ES now. Look at this ES. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time shorting it. NQ. And this time it seems like ES is adamant to uh, get this NQ down. If it's gonna break under 23,400, I'm gonna short. Okay, I'm short here. NQ is ES already went down under the lows. Okay. Okay. I'm in the short trade. My stop loss would be 402. Okay. We entered 395. Okay, I'm out 402. I don't want to. I think it's just a garbage. I mean, it's just moving up and down. So there's no point of chasing it. So I'm out. I'll take a small loss here as well. I think that this is not the worth of day. We need to take a trade.
So I need to log this trade also. What was this again? Sorry.
So it's basically I entered 398 and 401 to 3 point risk, a very small tight stop loss. There are three back-to-back stop losses here because of the range. See, that's really important. See, we have given the one big range stop loss, but then all other we with very tight stop losses, right? And if you look at it, that my NQ just is within the range. It's just going up and down. It's not breaking down any ranges. So it's really important to understand that it's just an inside range day. Uh, as far as going to stay within the range is just really going to be harder for us to trade, right? See the stop down because it might just go move back up again and then fail again. So you never know when it's going to, fail again. Look at this range, just going up and down. And look at the 1 minute candle sizes. Look at the size. It's just the squeeze candles, this is the both side. So if you let me just bring the chart here so you can see. Look at this one. Okay. So if you look at it here, look at this trap squeeze, right? Came down again, squeeze. Look at the size of the candles. Then again came back down. Look at this. This trap the up, long side traders. Then trapped came back down all the way down, and then look at this volatile candles, right? So uh, I think that let the market consolidate on this range. We can come back tomorrow and have a better trades once we have that range is clear. Guys, give us a thumbs up. I know we didn't perform well today, but it is what it is. This is about the market, so you can see that there's no trader who is profitable all the time. It's all about managing your risk and understand the market conditions and just step away. Uh, you know, if you will not understand, you're going to force the trade. You might going to blow your account today, right? So, last thing we want is to the blowing the account. We want to understand it, reflect it, and then see whether it makes sense to you the way the price action is. If it doesn't make sense, we cannot. And if you look at the ES, why we are saying that it's downtrending. Look at here, it's making every time you couldn't even make the new high here, right? But the problem is that NQ is much more strong and just keep forcing ES to push back up as well. So this is the first candle where ES is also now breaking out over the highs. What do you say, Vivek?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I did not do any trading today because it was just up and down.
Sorry, come again. I cannot hear you.
So I said I did not do any trading today because of what I expected and what I was seeing was the opposite the whole time. And the 10 a.m. news, the jump up and down. I think the JOLTS report that created a mess. So
Yeah, I think good choice today. So what were you expecting today? Were you expecting?
I was expecting up and it went down because Google News is good for so many companies like Meta and Apple and all that. So I thought that NQ will be the driver today, and then when the market started, it
Hmm,
just went down like crazy, like 50, 60 points. So then I just stopped thinking about
no,
it.
I think it's a good choice today.
I'm not as smart as you, right? So I can't think too much. I can only think two or three things at the same time.
No, I think definitely. I think it was. I think it was a good trade. And my idea was that if you look at it, my idea was that it's going to retest the yesterday high, which is 2300, and it can easily retest. But the problem was happening is that uh, market just doesn't want to do that. So if it doesn't want to do that, then what we can do, right? Uh, I don't think so. There will be a strong momentum as far as triple Q is below 570 and NQ is below 23,500, and that's why we see the chop in decision. That market is just moving, in the sideways. Uh, you know, so I was thinking that market going to pull back, and that's where a lot of institutions going to come back in. I think our entry was fine both the times, but is the squeeze happened. Uh, you know, that's basically a bizarre move. So I have a red day today. So again, it's holding the pre-market high, and ES is still making lower highs. So
Yeah, it's not able to go above the pre-market
yeah,
high even today, and it is kind of stopping
but a
at
lot of orders, there's
yesterday's
a lot
high
of orders
also.
sitting at 23,500.
Yeah, there's so many orders. That's also one of the things that I was not thinking of shorting because, and even though ES thrives most of the time, but today is an NQ day as far as I'm thinking because everything was driven by Google and Apple, and they both are up quite a bit. Google is $15 up, and Apple is $7
Yeah.
up today.
What about the NVDA? NVDA is just
Nvidia is nowadays. I mean, today it was not their day, but they're
yeah.
just sympathy play, right? But Apple and Google, they are also trillion-dollar companies. Like Apple is like 4 trillion and 3 trillion, and Google is 2 trillion. So if the $7 and $15 is like a big, um, big number, right? Market cap movement.
See, right now it is consolidating over the highs. This could be a breakout over the pre-market high. It took
Yeah,
the
it is jumping.
23,560. If it's gonna hold 560, it can go to 500. But it has to hold 560 first. A couple of times it's tried to break out and fail all every time.
The best part is like even though all these good news were there, it still went all the way down to
Yeah.
2369, six
Here you
twenty-three three
go.
six nine. But
Here you
now it's
go. It's moving up.
jumping.
I think it's going to go 500. There's some order sitting at 475, 487. Um, Again, ES is stopping over the highs. Google is coming down as well. Again, field breakout. You just keep feeling going, moving up, and doing random acts.
Yeah, if today someone is entering NQ with an ATM strategy, like a 20-point loss and a 40-point gain, and there it's always
Yeah,
been
because the range
graveyard
is too big, right?
because
Look at the size of the candles, right? That's
yeah,
why with the first trade, I was just say remove the normal ranges which we normally take the trade, because you need to understand how the ranges are created. You need to respect the market, and I think today is not even the day to trade NQ. To be honest, here you go, another pump. This NQ is just so bizarre transmission.
yeah, 43, 40, 40 to 55 in 1 minute or less. So 55 rather, I should say. So it's moving 20 points. Maybe.
Today is a perfect day for chasing it. But start of the candle. The moment you see the red candle, just go long. The moment you see the green candle, you go long. The moment you see the red candle, you go short. The moment you see green candle, you go long. But only 1 minute candle. Don't look for continuation.
There are a lot of orders on the top
Yeah,
side
but look
because
at this. The
ultimately,
the
I think,
drop was almost 40 points drop.
yeah,
Now, how many points are there on the upside? 70. You see another order sitting on 75, then the big order sitting on 500. So every 20, 10, 15 points move up, you need to you need to bear the 40 points move pullback,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And look at the ES. He is still quietly sitting there as if that is allowing NQ to fill the orders and then start selling off.
Yeah. Yeah. Today NQ is driving. Tesla is also jumping.
Guys, are gonna really appreciate if you're gonna give a thumbs up.
Tesla is $8 up too today.
Yeah, but still, that's he's still also in the range. From 350 to it dropped to 320 now, again going back a little bit up.
Yeah, the way they trap bears in the beginning of the market, like the whole pre-market was going up, and then almost like not totally going up, but yeah, it was uptrending, and then as soon as the market opened, it just went down crazy, and then it's not following up on that either.
There you go, very close to 500 now. 30 points remaining.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see that what happened
Yep.
after 23,500.
It's only 140 points up today, so it has an ATR of 250 or 300, so it might go
I think
100 more
that's
points
likely
up.
going to sell off. But NQ has reclaimed the 570 triple Q.
Yeah, all the technologies stocks are up today, and they are up by a big margin. All the manufacturing stocks are kind of down, like Boeing and General. Boeing is $5
It's
down.
the rotation there.
Yeah, Disney is $1.6 down. General Electric is a little bit down, not a lot. Because if tariffs don't succeed, like then manufacturing, because everyone was betting that all the manufacturing will come back,
Yeah.
right? So if tariffs don't succeed, because that the appeal court rejected it, right? So then manufacturing will not go up as much. Your typing is
You know,
really loud.
I basically have a new keyboard,
Yeah,
which is the gaming keyboard kind of. It just have a key. You know, if you press, it's just gonna go down all the. So that's why it's noise too much. My wife hates this noise.
on the microphone it
Okay,
amplifies
I'll
it.
change the keyboard.
Yeah.
Later, later.
Yeah, the market is going to 500, I think.
It seems to be,
Thank
yes.
you.
Now, but see, again, it's stopped, right? From for 470, and then now it's not going back up.
It's holding the 5 moving average for a
Yeah.
long time now.
Couple of times he's trying to hold it, and then suddenly the red candle came in and broke. Right? So today is not reliable. This is the third time he's trying to hold. Okay, I think it's going 12 points away from 500. Still 8 points remaining.
Yeah, if you look at the book map, like it is building some orders on the downside now. So definitely there is some resistance reaching up to 500. But once it reaches or once it breaches, I think there'll be no looking back for 100 more points.
I think he's gonna reject here.
Yeah, if it rejects, then that's a different story. But if it breaches like 10 points or 20 points, something like that, then it won't
Yeah,
come back.
because I was looking at the Google. Google is also stalled. Apple is also stalled. Apple is not making new high. Let's see what it does.
I mean, it's a big news, right? Like all these big companies, they were Meta, Google, Apple, all these were affected by this
Exactly. Yeah.
ruling. So now they can do whatever, right? They, they are like Meta has like five social media platforms: Instagram, WhatsApp, 100. They have 100 platforms, I guess. AI also. And
Good
then this
job. Good
jobs
job,
report had.
Ron. Ashwin, good job. I'm gonna short here. Just want to take the 10-point risk. I'm gonna short one here, and then my stop loss is the high of the day, which is 516. So I'm gonna short under 505, and I'm gonna risk 16. 516 high of the day for today is going to be my stop loss. Under 505, not yet. If it's gonna fail here, I would like to go short under 505 and risking high of the day. But I don't want the new high to create here. If it's going to create the new high, then I need to reevaluate. Okay, it's failing. Let's see what it does here. It didn't make the new high. Okay, I'm short here. My risk is 10 points. So for the best, leave the rest. I will take the profit, first profit at the pre-market high, which is 460. If it's going there in my direction.
So where was your entry again?
505. I'm very close to the again stopping out. This guy it just went 15 points under my entry price and then going back to the new highs again. Let's see what it does. Come on, don't stop me out. Come on, failure. Come on, no spike, no spike. Come on. I see a lot of water sitting, building there. Okay, I'm stopped out here. The crazy 10-point slots. I think the market is taking the direction here now.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I can see, it'll go to 600 today. But yeah, market can do anything. It can reverse anytime. So no certainty to anything. But I can see that the way it is going, hugging the five, moving our average on the 1 minute, and not going below the 9 moving average also. Like five, it's hugging, and nine, it hasn't gone below the 9 at all since like
Exactly,
10:30.
yeah.
So it has to go up, and, until it goes up, of course. It cannot go indefinitely up, but it is going up. 100 more points, 80 more points, I think. And the Jolts report has made the rate cut almost 90%. I think someone was reporting on YouTube. 95% Joshi is saying that the Fed watch is showing 95% for September now. So if the interest rate goes down by one basis, like 25 basis points or something like that, then it'll go. It'll definitely go up more.
Close to 11 o'clock. 8 minutes are remaining. Look like failing now. Let's see.
Yeah, seems like, yeah.
Get
At
get
least
ready.
it
Get ready,
reached
guys. Get ready.
9.
Getting ready to see what happens. Still up. Still upside
Gold into
momentum.
21.
A very strong momentum on the
It has,
upside still.
it has a 21 on the 1 minute.
No, I still do not consider shorting it is really strong at this point. As far as it is above 23,490, I think it's gonna be a little harder for NQ to break down under. Now I see that the upside orders are gone, a lot of downside orders, but even the downside orders are just 23,485. So even if you short it, you don't have too much room, only 10, 15 points. So so almost, I think we'll see that if at 11 o'clock, if I find anything, yes. Otherwise, I'm just gonna close streaming. Vivek, today we have a strategy class. What do you want to talk about it? Do you want to say something about strategy class? If people wants to know about our class,
Yes,
they,
so we are, so definitely, I think you have 4 or 5 strategies, right? In general, I mean, you may have more, but that's what you write in your book. So you are going to cover one strategy at a time in the next few weeks. So what is the top one that you have today? The most used, the one that you use most in.
right. So so every Wednesday we do our different sessions, strategy classes, right? And this week we are starting a series. Those who are struggling to understand that, how should we trade, understanding the once we have the proper levels, how should we trade them? What kind of a pattern we need to look for, what kind of a strategy we should be having it. So today we're going to cover our one of the favorite ones are the opening drive, how to trade the opening drive. That's we're going to cover, right? Not every day. is in opening drive trades, right? And you need to avoid the noises in order for us to understand. Just like yesterday was a gap down day, but we were going looking for the upside move in our opening drive, and we were pretty successful yesterday, right? So what really means is that you need to identify the key levels, and then you need to find a way that how you can trade the opening ranges. There are always going to be opening range because once market going to open, there will be an opening range. But your as you know as a trader, your role is to identify the right ones so that you can trade properly. So we're going to cover today opening range drive, and that's where people I made a lot of money on it. So if you are struggling and you want to learn the opening drive, come and join our classes. You can scan on the top right side. There's a barcode. You can scan and join us for the strategy class. If you have any questions, you can always email me for my strategy classes. Uh, yeah. Any question, guys? I'm going to end the stream in a few minutes. 11 o'clock is just one more minute. I'm gonna see if we can find the reversal, then I will trade it. If not, then uh, I will just take the leave.
So why do you think that there is a reversal possible
So
today?
if you look at the daily level, the market is really is in the downside of the August 29th pressure day, right? And yes, NQ has slightly moved from to 510, but if NQ cannot hold 500, then there will be a big sell-off coming in. Market going to go back and retest the closure gap. So you need to see that uh, you know the yesterday move was after the market open, right? And there's a big gap. They have left it. There might not be a lot of participation in this upside move. So when there's a not lot of upside participation, sometimes yes, institution may push price up, but then for in order to take the big orders, it come back down for the buyers to get in. There might be squeezed happening, and then those who short sale on August 29, they might have closed their trades, but it doesn't mean that the buyers have also joined. Uh, uh, you know, those who have taken position out in the first week of September, there is no clear you know entry point for them at this point. So I feel like there is a high possibility that we're going to go back down, given this is the resistance zone. So it's 11:01. I see now start some sort of a build up into downside move. Let's see, can it fail here? 23,500 and come below 23,590.
It's holding the 21 EMA on the 1 minute.
Yes, we'll see then. We're not in rush. If it's gonna fail, then we're gonna do it. If it's just gonna fail, then it's fine as well.
Yeah, the way it is consolidating, it seems like it'll drop.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It might not, right? It might not. As you said, right? There's nothing. There is no certainty in the market.
I'm just going by the ATR rule that it has a 250 to
Yeah, but
300 day.
I think it's a resistance. Even if this, if for instance, if market doesn't want to close this gap, I feel like that market still need to go back and retest the pre-market high before before another leg up.
That it can do easily. 640 points is nothing for NQ, right?
Yeah, so I think from 510 to 460,
Yeah,
I think
40.
that could be the area where I think is the reasonable drop, if even if it, NQ doesn't want to drop all the way, but
Yeah,
it never know because it's consolidating now 20-25 minutes. You just keep consolidating and make the another leg up.
and if you look at the book map, the orders are on both sides.
Yeah, so
So, both on ES and NQ both.
let's join the winning side.
Yeah, I don't know. Even I hope that it falls, but I don't think it is falling. It's just holding.
I think there are a lot of passive orders sitting on 502.
Yeah, for the opening drive webinar today, or the strategy class today, I think you'll focus on the trade book, right? On the whole detailed conditions of
Yeah,
what start to finish, so that for a high probability trade, correct?
exactly. Yeah, so I'm going to walk you through, how you identify that that you know the levels, what should be the opening drive look like, what the key setup should be, how do you track them, how you ensure that you execute properly, what should be your execution parameters are. I'm going to walk you through with all the guidance.
Where's our friend on YouTube? I forget the name. Sorry about
High
that.
rise.
No, not Hydra. Is the other person who trades in MNQs and averages down.
Oh, Alex and Alex.
Alex, yeah, Alex.
I don't
Yes,
know why is maybe off today.
because he was. Yeah, Hydra is also not there, but Alex is also not there today.
All right, watch now. Watch. Okay, I'm short here. My entry is 506. So retesting my entry here. 2 points in the money. Too many points, huh?
Yeah,
All right, it's going down now. All right, under 500. Come on, break. There you go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Continuation. The problem with this. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Still not enough. The first target is the 485. Come on. Still at the break even 505. I think it's holding. It's just a really weird consolidation, right?
normally like it drops quickly, right? Now, and
Yeah.
when it drops today, it goes up quickly. It's the opposite.
No, I mean it's just consolidating too long.
I know what I mean is that in candles, normally drops are faster than
Yeah.
upside, right? Today, it's the opposite. Drops are slower and the upside candles are super quick because people are scared more. That's why the short is faster. Because
You know what? I'm just taking off on the break even 505. I stopped out. I'm thinking I don't want to chase this. It's just the bizarre price action. Look at this. The last 25 minutes. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, guys.
yeah,
Not tomorrow, today evening for our strategy classes. Guys, if you are wanting to join our class, please do scan on the top right and please give a thumbs up and like. Thank you so much.